Hey y'all, it's your favorite work at home coach. Hi, my name is Shay, and I'm your work at home coach. I just created this page, so on this page, I'll be giving you guys work from home jobs, giving you tips on work from home jobs, telling you what the job consists of. If you need any assessment assistance, I can help you with that. If you need any resume assistance, I can help you with that as well. Um, I'm here to help. So if you tell me what kind of job you're looking for, I can tell you whether or not I know a job is hiring. I can tell you what jobs hire fast, what jobs hire fast for new people that with no experience. I'm catering my page to single mothers. Well, my page is open to anyone, but I know single mothers that don't want to work because they have kids and they need somewhere to work so they don't have to worry about their kids in other people's hands. So, if you need help or you want to know who's hiring with no experience or anything, or any general question at all, or you just want to know how your resume should be set up, let me know, and I'm willing to help you guys any way that I can. Good luck. Happy job hunting. I'm in Houston area, and we got the hurricane this morning. So, just a little more insight about me. My very first job was it wasn't work from home, but it was a call center job. I worked there for 3 years, and then after I left there, I had ended up just staying at home for a couple of years because I have a disability, and I just was like a stay-at-home mom. And then after about 3 years, I went back to work, and I started working in retail. And I liked it because I worked for Kroger, but I worked for Starbucks and Kroger. So I liked it working for Starbucks, but the pay was trash because I was literally getting paid minimum wage. But I was a stay-at-home mom, so I didn't have much to do, so I just, worked from home. And then, I just stayed at home and I did whatever. And then I started working for Walmart like 6 months after that. And then I worked there for about 6 months. And then I was pregnant with my second child. So when I was pregnant with her, I had actually, I'm lying. I'm lying, y'all. Before I started working, before I started working at Kroger's, I worked from home for Comcast, and I worked there for about 6 months. And then that's when I went to Kroger, and then I worked at Kroger's for about 6 months, and then I went to Walmart. Then I left Walmart, and I was at home for about a year, and then I went back to Kroger, and then after I left Kroger, I had went to Toys R Us. And then after I left Toys R Us, I went to J.C. Penney. And I worked at J.C. Penney for about 2 years, almost 3 years. And so I worked at J.C. Penney for 2 years, 2 years, 2.5 years. And then I had a medical emergency, so I just never went back after the medical emergency. And so after the medical emergency, I needed a job, and I didn't want to stand on my feet. So I was like, let me get on here. And I was just looking for jobs, just looking for jobs, just looking for jobs. And I ran across Continuum, which is CONTINUUM. It's spelled just like that. I was working there. I'm talking about fast response. They still do fast response. Once you apply and you pass your assessment, they let you you hear back with them for like 2 or 3 days, like no lie. And so I was working for them for like 2 years, and I liked it working from home. Like I was comfortable with working from home. Again, I said I have a disability, so again, that was like one of the reasons why I liked it working from home. But I missed working inside with people. Like, so I was like, let me see if I can find me a job. So I ended up leaving Continuum because I was working for Verizon, and it was just so overwhelming. When I say I was overwhelmed with the job, it was just so overwhelming. So I left there because don't ever settle. Like if you don't like the job, whether it's the pay, whether it's the job, whether it's the time that you work in there, anything you don't like about the job, don't work it. Leave. Cause just like you found that job, you can find another one. I'm just being flat out honest with you guys. So I left there and I found another work from home job. Like I was working for ADT. And ADT as a company was great. I'm like, man, I love this company. Like, I love the company. But I was doing inside sales, and that was my first time doing sales. I could not grasp it. And I'm a fast learner. Like, I learn so fast. Like, but that sales, it was a no for me. Like, my friends had told me, you ain't gonna like it, you ain't gonna like it. I was like, I'm gonna try it out because it was commission too. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I hated it. So I was still looking for me another job. So I ended up finding me. I started working at Walmart. So I was working at Walmart, and I was always like I wanted to do pickup, and so I got hired at Walmart, no problem. So I started working at Walmart, and again I got a disability. So the girl that hired me, she asked me, she was like, "Hey, do you have any you know, anything that I can't do or whatever the case may be." I was like, yeah, I just can't pick up anything heavy because I do everything with one hand. So she was like, okay, well if you have like water or anything heavy, just let somebody know and they'll help me with it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I started working there, and my first day on the job, like you just now starting back working, you on your feet for 8 hours. So I was like a little tired. So one of the associates had walked up to me, and she asked me, you may want to speak with someone to see if you can get switched to another department because this department may be too much for you. Not now time did I complain. Not now time did I say, oh, I can't do this or nothing like that. She just walked up to me and said that because I walk with a limp and I do everything with one hand. So she just automatically assumed, discriminated against me, basically saying that I need to find me another department to go to. So I did what I thought was right. So I ain't say nothing. It had pissed me off so bad to where I started crying. So then I left work, and the next day I went back to work like normal, and and I went back to work the next day, and I had told my manager, which is the girl that hired me, I was like, hey, this happened yesterday and it didn't sit well with me or whatever. I said, I really don't like being around her. I just let her know what happened. She was like, oh no, that's not how that go. And we gonna nip that in the bud right now. So she was like, if you want to go home, you can go ahead and go home, and I'll delete your point because we get points or whatever. You won't have to worry about that. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, I want to go home because I really wasn't in the mood or whatever. I just went to work because that's me. Mind you, when they taught me the job, I learned the job right then and there. Like, I ain't had no problems. Like, I caught on real fast because, again, I'm a fast learner. When it was time for us to do it, I was doing it in the timely manner that it was supposed to be done, all of it. So, I had ended up going home or whatever, coming back the next day, and the lady that had said something to me, she had walked up to me and she had apologized. But when she apologized, it was like an old fake ass apology. So I took that as that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you just saying you sorry because I went and said something. If I would never went and said nothing, you would have never said nothing. Like, you ain't think you said nothing wrong. So other stuff just kept happening. I had then informed my manager that they was making me go to lunch and break super early, and so it would lead me to walk to going to I had told her these, like, even when I went in when I went, I had told her, I was like, they making me go to lunch and break early. So I was like, I can't do that. I was like, I can work 2 hours and then, go to my lunch or on my break or whatever, then work another 2 hours like that. I said, but I can't be working all them hours until till my body get adjusted to this. And the lady was like, okay, that's cool. She was like, I'll let the managers know. So she had supposed to be let the managers know or whatever. And they supposed to be doing what she said, but they weren't doing it. They kept on sending me to lunch early. So I had said something about it again, and so this time when I said something, she was like she was gonna handle it or whatever. And then like I went in at 5 o'clock one day, and the man had told me to go to lunch like at 6 o'clock. I said I ain't been to work but an hour. You want me to go to break or lunch or whatever the case may be? No, that's not how they gonna go. And then he had tried to make me go to lunch early. I'm like, no, I'm not going to lunch this early. Like that's not it. Like this dead. Like how you expect me to work the rest of the day? And no, so I had ended up texting her or whatever and letting her know. This lady come to work, pull me to the side and say, she can lose her job for helping me. And I was like, helping? I was like, you're not helping me. I was like, so do I need to get a doctor's note or something so that I can let you know that this needs to be in place or whatever? She was like, no, we don't take doctor's notes. And I was like, so you mean to tell me y'all don't put nothing in the system? She told me no. So I ended up quitting like on Christmas Eve. I ended up quitting on like Christmas Eve because they was still doing all this shit and they was still doing all that nitpicking and stuff. And so I had filed a discrimination case, y'all. And I lost the discrimination case, but that was my first time encountering a situation like that. I'm 32 years old. I'm sorry, I'm 34. I've been working my whole life ever since I was 18, and I ain't never experienced a discrimination, nothing like that. So like I felt some type of way. So I had filed a discrimination case. Like that job had gave me so much emotional distress. It was crazy. So the job made me so not myself to the point where I said I don't ever want to work nowhere in person ever again. And I haven't since. And so I had already started, just posting little work from home jobs before then. So I had I ended up working from home for Alorica, which is another fast responding job that hire people with no experience. Like if you don't got no experience, they willing to start you off, and they always hiring. The minimum pay that I done seen that they pay somebody was like $15, and the max I seen was like 20-50. So y'all can check them out and see if y'all wanna get on with them. And then I was working for them, but I was working for TurboTax. I quit there because I was offered a job that I have now, which I work for a banker. I'm not gonna say what bank I work for, but I'm a banker at a bank, and I work from home as well. But yeah, I work for the bank, and my pay is great. Well, it's okay now, but when I first got hired, my pay was great. But with the economy now, I just got a raise, so my pay is still okay. But the economy now is still like I need a second job or some kind of second income coming in because it's me. You know what I'm saying? And I got 3 kids and stuff like that. But I started doing this work from home stuff because I'm at home with my kids more. And I make sure when you look for a job, that you find a job that fits you and fits your schedule based off your kids. Make sure all of that align with it. And also pray. Give whatever to God or to whoever you pray to. Make sure that it align with what you trying to do. Don't just take the job because it got a little pay and you looking to work from home. Make sure it's the pay that you want. And I always ask about experience pay if you got that experience that you're applying for. What else? What other jobs I know? I know Alorica hire fast, Continuum hire fast, ADT hire fast as well. I wish I just would have applied for customer service versus sales, but I liked it working for ADT. It was just that I was working for sales. If I would have been working for customer service, I would probably still be at the job because that customer service started at $17, and then I have customer service experience, I have billing experience, all of it there. So if you have any of that, make sure you ask for experience pay. But that's just a little rant about me. I'll be dropping jobs later on and job tips and how to get past those assessments and all that stuff right there. Because again, I'm in Houston, we in a hurricane, we don't have no electricity or none of the. Our phone service just came back in.